Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of Opencart Marketplace Recurring Profile plugin. Now this particular plugin allows the Opencart Marketplace sellers to set up the recurring profiles for their customers. The recurring profile can be used for products which need payment at regular intervals. The recurring profile are used for subscription and membership type of products, and it can also be used to set up installment payment schemes for the products. The recurring payments are available on a daily, weekly, monthly, semi-monthly or yearly basis. So all in all, the sellers using this plugin can now easily create recurring profiles for their products under their own account panel. Apart from that, they can also see the recurring profiles of the other marketplace sellers and the admin as well under their own account panel. So in today's video tutorial, I'll be showing you the seller management, how they'll be able to find the recurring profiles there, how they can add, edit and delete the recurring profiles, how they can assign the recurring profile to products. Then I'll be showing you the admin management under catalog, recurring profiles, how the admin can do it on his own admin backend panel, and how the admin would be able to assign the recurring profiles to his products. Then I'll lastly show you the initial configuration settings. But before that, please do subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to receive the latest updates from our end. And if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. So now, as you can see right now, I'm on the marketplace storefront, and I'm on one of the products there. That's the crunchy chicken salad, having the price as $137 there. Now here on the if the admin or the sellers have applied the what we say as the recurring profile to their products, for example, we have applied the recurring profile to the crunchy chicken salad there, and on the product page itself, the customers will find this payment profile section under which the customers can select the type of recurring profile for the product. So here you can see that we have the payment profile on the product page, and from the drop down we can choose the available payment profiles for this particular product there. So for example, we have the yearly payment scheme right now. So if I choose that up, we can see that it's $1,000 every 1 year until it is cancelled by the customer there. Now we can also set it as per our requirement there, the amount every 1 year up till one cycle as well. So only one time the customer needs to make the payment there. So this is how the payment profile section appears on the product page there, from where the customers can select the recurring profile for the product, and then they can for example, they'll select the different options of the product there, and then they can add the product into the cart. After adding it to the cart, you can see that we have the product here, and here we have the payment profile yearly payment scheme for this particular product. Thereafter, the customers can make a checkout very easily by entering their details there. They can select their shipping method there. They can tap here on the continue button. Now on the payment method section, we have provided the PayPal Express checkout. Now the recurring profile or the recurring payment can be done through the PayPal Express checkout, so that's why we have provided it there. And lastly, to make a purchase for the recurring profile product there, the customer needs to tap on the continue button, and here as well the customer can see that this is a particular recurring item for which we need to make a payment of $1,000 every 1 year until the subscription is cancelled by the customer himself. Thereafter, the customer can tap on the continue button and he'll be redirected to the PayPal section. Right now we are using the temporary or the testing mode there. I've already logged into the account, and then from here the customer can make a payout for the particular product itself. And to make the payment, the customer will just tap here on the continue button, and here you can see that we have to pay $1,000 every 1 year, and then we can agree and continue to the terms and conditions of the PayPal itself. And you can see that the order has been placed, and then the customer can view the history of the order there by going to a particular order there that he has placed with a recurring profile there. So that was the customers front, how the customers can find the recurring profile products and how they can, for example, we have the black nail polish. So these are just the demo products on which I'm just trying to show you. Here also we have the payment profile. From the drop down we can choose day-wise payment scheme as well. Then we'll have the $10 every 1 day until cancelled. So this will be the recurring profile or the payment profile for the particular product, that's the black nail polish. So this was how the customers can work out and check the payment profile and select the payment profile from the product pages. Now let me take you to the seller account panel. So the marketplace sellers need to go to their account block or the marketplace block, and here on the right hand side they have to navigate to the recurring profile section. Now under the recurring profile section, here the seller will find the complete list of recurring profiles of the marketplace vendors as well as the admin there, and can edit any of these profiles of the admin or of the marketplace sellers as well, and can apply these to his products as well. To add a new recurring profile, he can tap here on the add new button. He can also delete any of the created ones by selecting and tapping on the delete button. Now it depends upon the configuration or the initial configuration settings that the admin has set up. According to that, the sellers would or would not be able to see the recurring profiles of the other marketplace sellers or of the admin and of himself as required. So I'll be showing you that in a while from now in the initial configuration section part. So to add a new recurring profile, you can tap here on the add new button, and that would bring up the recurring profile section as you can see. So here you can set up the name of the recurring profile, for example daily test recurring profile I've set it as. Then we have the recurring profile details like the what we have, the price, duration, cycle. Now for example, if you are using a frequency of, for example, week and a cycle of 2, then the user would be billed every 2 weeks. Okay, now the duration is the number of times the user will make the payment. If you want to, you can set it to 0 if you want the payments until they are cancelled. Otherwise you can set the duration or the number of times the user will have to make the payment. So here you can set the price of the recurring profile, for example $1,000. I'll set the duration at 0. So this would, if I set it to 0, then the payments would be received until they are cancelled by the customer. Then I'll set the cycle, so the customer will be billed every 2 weeks depending upon the frequency that we have selected. And then we can set the status as enabled for this recurring profile. Then we have the trial profile. So for the trial profile as well, you can set up the trial price, trial duration, trial cycle, trial frequency as day, week, semi-monthly, monthly or yearly as per your own requirement there. So let's go for the week, the trial status, and thereafter you just need to tap here on the save button to save this particular recurring profile. So you can see that the recurring profile has been modified here, and here's the daily test recurring profile of the seller himself. It's enabled right now, and from the actions drop down, if you want, you can edit this particular created recurring profile as required there. Now let's see how the vendor would be able to assign the recurring profile to products. So for that he has to navigate to his product list, and here for any of the products, if you're going to create a new one, it applies to that as well, or if it's an already created product, you can do it for that one as well. So for example, we have the black leather jacket. I can tap here on the edit button. On the product update product section, here we have different tabs. We need to navigate to the recurring tab, and here we can select the recurring profile for this particular product. So to add a recurring profile, we'll just tap here on the add recurring, and from the drop down you can see we have the seller recurring profile as well as the marketplace seller and the admin recurring profiles as well. So whichever profile we want to use, we can select that up. We can add multiple profiles as well, like daily, monthly, weekly and yearly programs, and thereafter you just need to tap here in the save button to save these recurring profiles for the particular product that you have edited. So this was the section that's the recurring profile section. under which the marketplace vendors would be able to see a complete list of recurring profiles that they have created, or of the admin and the other marketplace vendor profiles as well. And from here you can manage the profiles by editing them or deleting them as required there. Now let me take you to the admin backend panel. Let's see what different configuration settings are there for the admin. So for that, we'll go to the admin backend panel. I'll be entering the username, password, and I'll be logging into the account there. Now, after the successful installation of this particular plugin, that's the Opencart Marketplace Recurring Profile plugin, the admin will find one option under catalog, that is recurring profiles, as you can see. Now for the recurring profiles, if I tap on the recurring profiles, here we'll see a complete list of recurring profiles of the marketplace vendors there, as well as of the admin. So if the admin wants to add his own recurring profile, he'll have to tap here on the add new button. Tapping that up would bring up the same sections as you have seen. So here we need to choose the name of the profile. For the time being, I'll set it as test admin profile. We'll set the price of the recurring profile, the duration. So the duration is the number of times the user will make a payment, and you can set this to 0 if you want the payments until they are cancelled there. Then you can enter the cycle. This is the frequency there. Basically the frequency is daily, and the cycle means that the user will be billed every 1 day. If it is week, then every 1 week the customer would be billed there. Set the status there. If you want, you can set up the trial profile as well, and thereafter the admin just needs to tap on the save button, and here we have the test admin profile that we have created, and we can edit that up as well by tapping the edit button, and we can make the changes there as required. So this was the option for the recurring profile that the admin gets under the catalog recurring profiles, having the complete list of recurring profiles of the marketplace vendors and himself as well. And from here he can delete as well any of the recurring profiles that he has created by selecting the one and tapping on the delete button, and that particular recurring profile would be deleted. So this was the admin's end. Now how the admin would be able to apply the recurring profile to his product. So for that, he'll have to navigate to products. You can add a new product, or you can go to a newly created product as well, and then go to the recurring section, and here you can tap on the add button, and from the created recurring profiles you can select any of the profiles that you want to add to this particular product. So you can add multiple recurring profiles to the product, so that the customers can choose between the same, whether they want it on a daily basis, monthly basis, weekly basis, semi-monthly or yearly basis as required. You can also do this to an already created product as well. For example, we have the archive here. I'll tap on the edit button, and here I'll go to the recurring section, and I'll tap on the add button, and then we can choose the recurring profile for the particular product there. Now about the initial configuration settings. So you have to navigate through extensions, and here you'll have to choose modules. And here we have to navigate to the section that's the marketplace recurring, and here we'll tap on the edit button. Now here we are on the initial configuration settings for the Opencart Marketplace Recurring Profiles plugin. Now here the very first option that we have is to enable the status of this marketplace recurring profile feature. So to enable it, you can choose enable, otherwise you can disable it by choosing the disable option. Then we have the custom profile visibility. So here we have all, single seller, all sellers, single seller with default. In all, the profiles of all of the marketplace vendors will be visible to the sellers. If it's single seller, then only his own recurring profiles would be visible. All sellers, all seller profiles would be visible. Single seller with default, his own created recurring profiles and the admin's profile would be available for viewing there. So here you can choose the option to show recurring profile on seller's recurring profile page basically. Then we have the seller can edit profile. So you can choose by selecting whether the sellers can edit the profile or not. So if these options are checked, then the sellers can edit admins or other sellers recurring profile as well. So that's why we are able to edit the other seller recurring profiles as well, because we had selected all sellers as well as the admin here. So the seller can edit the profile of the admin himself and of the other marketplace sellers there. Then we have the mail to the admin on adding new recurring profile. So you have to select a particular mail for that. You can create the mail under the marketplace, and then you have to go to the mail section, and those created mails would then be available here for selection. So here an email notification will be sent to the admin while adding new recurring profile. Then we have the mail to the admin and seller on edit recurring profile. So an email notification would be sent out to the admin and the seller whose recurring profile is edited, while the seller has edited any of the recurring profiles under his own account panel. Now after making these changes here, you just need to tap here on the save button to save the initial configuration settings. And so that was much about the Opencart Marketplace Recurring Profiles plugin, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the workflow of the same. If you still have any questions, queries, suggestions or requirements, then kindly do reach back to us at support@webkul.com, or you can raise a ticket at webkul.uvides.com as well. And apart from that, if you find this particular video helpful, then do kindly give it a thumbs up. And lastly, thanks for watching this particular video, and have a great day ahead.